Hello and welcome to today's container gardening video. Today we're just gonna go through an update on the plants and see how everything's doing. And if you enjoy the video, please remember to subscribe to see more videos. And if you have any questions on anything that you would like help with, any tips you need, anything like that, just let me know in the comments and I will talk about it in my next video. Alright, here we go. So up here we have my pear melons, still growing very tall, but growing very well still. It's losing quite a few leaves every once in a while. I think it's just because it's shedding its outdoor leaves. And you look over here, you can see a bunch of new branches coming up right there. I think it's just putting up new leaves right now, so just adjusting to the indoor light levels. And way out here we have some. Over here we have a few more bundles of fruit, and it's doing really good. And back there we have my habanana pepper plant, still doing good, growing really slow. Over here at my American pitcher plant seeds, nothing really coming up yet, still just working on waiting for stuff to show up. Those can take about couple months before they start to actually germinate or anything, so it's about maybe 1 month in right now. Now I'll go over to my other carnivorous plants here, and we'll start with my Jolly Twist Nepenthe, and it's doing pretty good here. It has its nice pitchers growing all over the place. It's a pretty nice size. The newest pitcher right now, it's not open yet, but it's getting pretty close. It's hiding right down underneath the pan right there, hanging right over the edge. It's actually a pretty good size. It's probably about the second biggest right now, but it's still growing yet. So it's probably going to be one of the biggest pitchers on that plant. Now we're going to my American pitcher plant, and it has some pretty good sized pitchers growing up there. The one right in front here is probably about 3 inches tall, and along with the one in the back, it's pretty close to that. And now I'll go to my Dreaming Angel Nepenthe. No new pictures on that yet, as far as I see. Just putting out a bunch of leaves. Eventually, I think they'll start putting out new pictures. It took these two Nepenthes probably about 4 months before they started producing new pictures. They just kept on producing leaves. But as you can see, they're doing really good now. Then we have my B52 Venus flytrap, and that's growing very, very well. Then we have my Torrential Sins Nepenthe. Nice big pictures there. A few more over here. Yeah, nice big pictures. Then we have the next one growing, is right here on the edge. And I'm hoping that'll be a nice, really big one again. I just have to see what happens. And now we have my Australian pitcher plant, doing really good. Australian pitcher plants are very, very slow growing carnivorous plants, so not going to see very much growth on that week to week, but it's getting there. When I first got it, probably about a month ago, it didn't have those leaves or these 3 other pitchers that are showing up right there, but it's doing really good. Then we have my egg pods here, which are all growing from seed. This one has a sundew, and the other 4 all have these flytraps in it. Then we have my sundew garden. It's a little bog garden. I fill it with water right there to make sure that it always has water in it. And it's just a little bog garden for a bunch of sundews that I just spread a bunch of seeds around here and just let them come up. And they're doing really good. I think there's about 3 different kinds on here. This one, and this one are all the same. This one right here is a different kind, and then we have the one right down there. So those are 3 different kinds there. And then I have 3 more different kinds over here that I planted a while after these ones. They've been in here for about a month, well, probably about 2 months now, and I still don't see anything coming up yet. Can take up to 6 months for seeds to sprout, so we'll just have to see what happens there, and just see how things go. Now we'll move down to the floor to all my other plants. So many more plants. So over here we have my jackfruit. I'm growing from seeds. There's 3 of them that are coming up in here. These other 2 things over here, just random weeds that are growing in here, but otherwise there's 3 seeds that have sprouted, and I just got those from a fruit at my local grocery store, so they're doing pretty good. Eventually, when these get big enough, I'll be separating them and only keep 1 in here, and I'll probably give away the other 2 to some friends or family, so we'll just have to see what happens. And then my fig trees are over here. They're growing very, very slowly, not too much since I moved them inside. I think they're still trying to get used to it. Fig trees are kind of a little sensitive to that sometimes. Then we have my other habanero pepper plant, and then a little succulent down there. We have a lime tree right here. That's doing pretty good. Then we have my pink lemon tree, and that's really nice and bushy. Doing really good. And it's growing pretty well. Now we have my clementine tree, and that's doing very good as well. Probably these 2 trees will probably end up producing fruit next year. We'll just have to see what happens. Then we have my jelly melon here, and there's a bunch of flowers on the end there. There's an actual fruit that's growing right there. It's still really small yet. Then we have some more fruit down there. And there's another one. There's a few more up here somewhere. I can't find them right now though. But yeah, looking pretty good. Now we have my Tamarillo. And that's my tallest plant I have here right now. And it's growing some fruit on top here. This one's all done producing fruit right here on that branch, and then over here there's a good grouping of a bunch more, and just have to see how it keeps on going. It should keep on just producing more and more fruit though, so just have to keep on watching that. Now we go to my Nargilla back there, and it just keeps on shedding all its flowers it's getting. It's not producing any fruit right now. The fruit that it was producing, I just now noticed, but it fell off right there, so kind of sad about that, but we'll just have to see what happens. Hopefully it starts to produce more fruit, but we'll just have to see, I guess. And then we have my kiwi vine right here. And last week's video, this thing was just starting to bud out, starting to come back to life, but now there's quite a bit of life coming back to it. So I'm very excited. I thought this might have died from moving inside and being in the dark for a while, but it seems to be doing pretty good. I just need to prune the old dead branches and it'll look really good then. That's the kiwis. And then we have my passion fruit vine. That's growing pretty well. It's growing right into the corner there. Has some new growth showing up right down on the end of this branch here. And that's doing really good. Another end down here. A few more down over here. That's doing very good. Now we'll go to my dragon fruit cactus. And that's doing pretty good here. Has another long ends coming up there. It's a lot longer and thinner than normal because it's not getting as much light in here, even with the grow light I have right here. Not quite as much as I would prefer, but it's working. As you can, because this one, you can even see that one started to shrink on the end there. Not as wide anymore, but it's doing pretty good. Alright, and those are my plants, and we have come to the end of my video. If you liked my video, remember, please subscribe. And if you have any questions on anything you'd like to grow, I can do research for you and talk about it in my next video. Any of these plants you want to learn how to grow, just ask any questions you need and I'll give you all the information I can find. And if you have any other questions, just leave them down in the comments. Alright, thank you for watching. I'll see you next week.